To begin with, I'd like to know how you guys got your name.
You want me to answer
Definitely.
Strangely enough, my cell service in this house was a dead zone for quite some time when I first moved in. So every time I was on the phone talking to anybody in the band and walked into my basement to start working on stuff, because my studio's downstairs, the calls would inevitably fail. So it was every time I came inside, it failed.
For the people that haven't watched your EPK, how did the band come to be? How did you guys all meet?
I came in later in the band. I guess we could start off with you're from the start again.
Yeah, okay. Perfect. Burke and I had been playing together in a couple previous projects. That's our drummer. And about 2006, the two of us decided to start something from scratch. And about 2 weeks after we started jamming, we found our guitar player Daryl, and yeah, we woodshedded for a while, honing our sound, trying to find the right voice, and it took us a couple of years, but we found Doc. Finally, and yeah, about 2.5 years later, here we are.
And why did you guys choose metal?
Why did we choose metal?
Yeah.
Because we love it.
Yeah, I don't know. Everything I write just is really kind of aggressive, so I guess I just kind of lean that direction.
Where do you get the stuff you write? Where does it come from?
Yeah, they're here, transmitted through these onto a fretboard, and away we go. I don't know. We kind of draw our ideas from here, there, and everywhere, and pull them all together.
You guys just did a photo shoot. Can you tell me who it was with and what it was for?
It's with Jenny Camo from White Wave Studios. It was basically a promo photo shoot for our upcoming North American tour. It's called the Manor on a Mission tour. Our touring vehicle is called the Groove Manor, so it just came naturally to call it that. So that's pretty much what it's for, to spread the word and get something new for all the viewers, that we're coming at you.
Now with the North American tour coming up, do you have the dates all set in stone?
Not all of them, no. They started coming in a few weeks ago, starting with Washington. We got, to start off, we got, I think April 29th is our very first date in Tacoma. And a lot of the time when you're tour planning, a lot will come as, you're even on the tour, just as a last minute thing, but we've been planning it since January probably, so yeah, they should be starting coming in pretty quick now. So.
Now, is this the first tour across North America that you guys have done together as a band?
Yeah. We've done a Western Canadian tour, and then we've done our cross Canada tour. So it's the logical next step was to go down south. So.
Is there a location you're looking forward to most?
What's yours?
Of course, LA and New York for sure.
Yeah.
Those are my weaknesses for the States.
Fair enough. I can understand that.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I'm spent a lot of time in California, so I'm really looking forward to like Oakland, the rest of the Bay Area, San Francisco. I'm really looking forward to Vegas. So there's there's a couple of highlights. There's a couple highlights. I haven't been through like the Eastern Seaboard either, so going through Pennsylvania and stuff, I'm looking forward to, and I've been through there, but I haven't actually played there, so Yeah.
And are you guys touring with another band, or will you play with local bands opening for you?
We're playing with local bands opening for us. We're headlining this tour all by ourselves.
Nice.
So yeah, it's a pretty big jump, I'd say, for just a band to randomly do it by themselves.
You guys just had a show at Tunnel Nightclub though, and you were almost sold out. What's it like to go into a club and know that you've sold so many tickets?
Really nice, actually. The last couple shows we've done locally have been really good. The turnouts have been fantastic. Reactions have been fantastic. So it's fabulous walking into a bar and seeing it at capacity. You can't get happier than seeing that.
We had all the rock stars out there on Friday.
Yeah.
None of us saw it.
None of us
saw it. Just kidding.
Do you guys remember Friday?
Oh yeah, totally. Believe it or not, none of us were drinking heavy that night. It was kind of a little out of the norm. But then again, I'm the guy with the, okay, yeah, sorry, it was Doc's birthday. So,
I
yeah, so
thought so.
Doc was drinking kind of heavy. But I mean, the rest of us were keeping it under control. I'm kind of the designated driver most of the time. I've got the local tour vehicle too, so you know, the van's got to get loaded and everything's got to get there. Somebody's got to be responsible. So
Yeah.
So yeah, Friday night it was Daryl and I were the responsible ones. You and Bert got to have fun.
Yeah.
And you got the job done.
Yeah, we. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
That's surprising. You know, there's a few times where I normally fly dry. I don't drink. But yeah, I must have gotten lucky on Friday. I don't. I think it was Kelowna. I actually drank that night with some of the staff in Kelowna, and I fell on Brett and knocked over his mic. And that was the very first date of our last tour.
This was
Across
on
Canada
stage?
tour,
Yeah.
on stage, yeah, and I
Yeah,
fell
that's-
right into him, and I was just a wreck.
Yeah, I had actually forgotten about that.
Yeah.
That's right.
How do you recover from something like that on stage?
You can't. Well, obviously, you can't act embarrassed or anything.
Right.
Like, you're like, oh, what just happened? No, you just go with it and try to hope someone else is as drunk as you are, I guess. And
Oh, whatever.
know.
I think the crowd was really actually kind of enjoyed that one.
Yeah.
Everybody was looking around. Everybody was smiling. I think everybody noticed it. I think
Yeah.
everybody was having a good time. I don't know.
It's a little bit of stage entertainment,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
it's always hilarious.
Now, are you guys working on new material at the moment?
Always. I don't think we ever stopped working on new material. For the show on last Friday, we debuted 3 new songs that have never been played
Nice.
before. So, yeah, if we go into hiding for any period of time, it's pretty much given that we're working on material for the next disc. So, we're probably, if we're going to go by song count, we're probably got half the next album already written. But let's face it, by the time we come to a track, and probably half the ones we've already got written will be tossed. So.
It's always the way it is.
Yeah, usually. So, only the cream of the crop actually make it, right? So,
Yeah.
Do you have a tentative date for when you'd like to release a new album?
like to have it out, early next year.
About this time, I'd say next year, we'd like to have it done. Like, we're going probably pre-pro at the end of the year, probably in November, December, so. Yeah, hopefully we're gonna probably hit up Dave Audison again from Fleetwood Sound. He was really, really good with the last album, so stick with the formula. You don't mess with it if it's not broken, right? So
True enough.
it seemed to work for the first album, so that's who we're going with. And more people should.
Yes.
Oh yes, we're going to get to the sock part, are we?
We
Okay.
are.
All right.
I'd like to know, Doc, first off, what socks you're wearing today.
Mr. Calvin Klein.
Nice.
I don't. Yeah. See, Calvin.
And do you normally wear Calvin Klein? Is that a
I do.
set thing for you?
I do. They find they're very comfortable, very fluffy. You can wash them dozens of times, and just the same feeling every time you put it in there.
Good. And do they match?
This time they are. I'm not bisexual today. That's what you're asking.
They actually don't. Unless.
Damn it!
Got you. They're straight off. Wow.
They
Wow.
are a little bit off.
They are a little off.
That just
You're right.
means that one's more washed than the other, right?
You're right. I guess so. Maybe. Or I could be bisexual as well.
Maybe.
There you go.
Okay.
Do they normally match, or is it just whatever you?
Normally they match. I'm a little off the weather today, apparently.
And yeah, it all starts with your sock choice.
That's true. That's very true. Yeah.
Brett?
I just like to try and keep them as crisp as possible, so I get the cheap white ones. They get donated off to somewhere else
Yeah.
once they're no longer white. Yeah.
Okay.
Crisp.
So
Crisp.
you're also not the type, I'm guessing, that lets a hole come into play at all.
On tour, I think that was the only place where I'm kind of known for wearing holey socks.
I didn't notice.
Well, yeah, a couple of guys pointed out the fact that my socks were not quite as white as usual and were running a little thin. But yeah, no, usually they're
It's okay. I keep the floors clean.
very true, very true.
You could eat off that floor.
Yeah, pretty much.
Not right now, though.
No worries. No worries for
Sorry.
your socks then.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you so much for having me.
Awesome.
Thank
Thank
you.
you very much.
Pleasure speaking to you.
Fantastic.
Good luck on the tour.
Thanks.
You're welcome.